Hey everyone, it's Mike Andes, founder and CEO at Copilot CRM, with two really big updates. Let's first start off with the customer portal. We've been working on the customer portal throughout 2025. We revamped and rebuilt all the estimates, invoices, and payments using Stripe's new API and completely redoing the user interface. Why did we do that? Why did we start there? It's because that's the one part of Copilot that your customers actually see. And so we wanted to start first with the parts that really impacted the acceptance rate, the close rate of your estimates, as well as making sure you got paid more. And so that's where we started. But the last 4 pages of the customer portal as of today have been completed. This includes the pictures page, work requests, documents, and the payment details page. This now completes the complete rebuilding of the customer portal in React, as well as using new modern APIs to make the customer portal much more secure and user-friendly for your customers. Now we have a couple of more improvements coming to the menu and some other elements from a design perspective coming to the customer portal, but from a structural infrastructure perspective, the rebuild is complete. Now, why is this important? I believe that today ends the chapter of the rebuild process at Copilot. A year ago, we had bug hell. And throughout that period of time, we had massive amounts of new users joining Copilot, causing a lot of failures on the infrastructure and the back end. Over the past year, the team has been rebuilt, the infrastructure and the back end has been rebuilt, and I do believe that the most important parts of the software have been rebuilt. That includes the customer portal, that includes estimates, invoices, payments, and the security of the system is intact. I believe that over the next 6 months, the rate of innovation and improvements that will be made at Copilot CRM will be unmatched by any of our competitors. If me making that statement causes our competition and other software firms and private equity to hire more engineers, innovate, push support more, I would be absolutely thrilled. The whole objective is to make sure the home service business owner is the one that wins. Over the past few weeks, we've seen new members join Copilot. They're larger businesses, $1 to $3 million in annual revenue, and they're consistently coming from the likes of Service Autopilot, Service Titan, Aspire, and other packages of software that cost 2 to 3 times more than Copilot. Now, I have nothing against charging for software, but a lot of these companies are owned by private equity. They have stalled out and stopped support and or any innovation in the space. And these larger companies, I feel now can find a home at Copilot. The infrastructure we have built is ready to scale. And with wide open arms, we are ready to take these members on. The infrastructure, code base, and the team at Copilot is ready for 5x growth. We're rebuilding our support team to make sure that throughout the offseason, as more people join Copilot, that this is also a strong point of the system. I understand that we have less backing. We haven't been around as long as many of these incumbents in the industry. I can promise you one thing. We are owned 100% by myself and the team members that are working on the software every single day. And not a single one of these other software packages can say that. And that is why these companies have become hollowed out versions that private equity have been able to just raise prices and stop innovating in this industry. And that is why Copilot exists. Now that the rebuild chapter of Copilot is complete, including the customer portal, invoices, estimates, and payments, we can now really start to focus on the features that we've always wanted to build. The reason I started Copilot ultimately comes back to that book right there, Total Business Turnaround. And you might have seen some of the turnarounds that I've done on my YouTube channel where I fly out to companies and try to help them turn their business around if they're struggling. And honestly, we can only do about 50 to 60 of those a year. And so I wrote the book and it's been sold thousands of times. But ultimately, it takes 4 or 5 hours to read the book, understand the concepts, and then self-diagnose the problems in your business. I created Copilot because all the numbers that I ask on a turnaround show are already inside of your software. And so our goal with Copilot is to be able to be that person next to you that gives you instruction in the business and what to do next. That's the debilitating part about being a home service business owner. And as you grow and scale, you're in uncharted territories. It's not like your competitors are giving you the secrets and telling you what to do next. And so the ability for the software to take your close rate, your pricing, be able to know what customers are well priced, which employees are most efficient, and be able to tell you what to do next in the business is the reason Copilot started. And I believe that tomorrow marks the day when we get to step towards that evolution. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll be releasing the Field Force mobile app with a new chapter of Copilot starts then.